Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm gonna try to do a little video here really quick. So I want to talk about broadcasting. When they feel like there's a need to broadcast your life and whatever the V2K R&M is picking up. A lot of these things are like bombs. You know what I mean? The thought bombs, the discomfort bombs, all of that crap is meant to just drive you to the over the edge, man. Over the edge, and just drive you nuts, and finally just do yourself, man. Do yourself a favor, they say, right? And just out yourself. It's funny how many times I've been there. Your own mind starts attacking itself, so they're like a mental invisible cancer of thoughts in your head. But yet here I am, man. Here I fucking am, you know what I mean? And I can beat on my chest like I can. I am the tiger in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? And now nobody can tell me shit. There's been a couple back-to-back instances or incidences where my car has been scratched. That's already being taken care of, you know what I mean? I got some legal action going with that, and the divine is also taking care of that. Even though I already kind of did my piece with my enemies, that's what I've been kind of focusing on, you know what I mean? Our Lord Jesus said, I leave you a new commandment, a new commandment, and this is coming from the Father, Son himself, a God, one of the Holy Trinity members here. He said, I leave you a new commandment, love each other like I have loved you. Love your enemies, He said it's easy to love somebody else that you're okay with. But the real test is when we forgive and love our enemies. Now, I'm not in the love part yet, you know what I mean? I'm really guarding myself when it comes to love and that matter, because it's I feel like it's something that people just throw around too much nowadays. Oh, I love you, bro. I love my dog. I love this book. It's like, bro, like, love is the ultimate good expression. When you love somebody or something, you will do anything. It means it's hard for you to live without that. You can't say you love a book and love Yahweh at the same time, And you might say, oh, well, there's different types of love. There's different types of weight. Yeah, because motherfuckers have been making variables of it so much, At work, I'm still killing it, man. All praises to Yahweh. It's still a challenge because I just started this new career, but I'm learning a lot here. They try to, stop that, sabotage that. And the way they try to sabotage you is by making you sabotage it. So in the end, it's your fault. Everybody blames you. And even you sometimes blame yourself. But trust me, most of the bad things happening to you are not your fault. Most of the bad things that have happened to you before are not your fault. It's just people setting you up mentally, and setting you up out here physically also, you know what I mean? Also, I wanted to let you guys know to be aware when somebody comes up and talks to you, if you're in sales or some kind of job or some kind of event or activity where people may come up and talk to you, it might be anything, ask you for advice, joke around, or if you're at work, and you have to deal with people face to face or over the phone, just be aware that some of these people are trying to test you, trying to test your patience. For me, it's like they'll give me the runaround, Since I'm a friendly people type of person, when I'm in work mode, you know, it's customer service. So I sometimes got to catch myself not to go on a tangent to get the point across. Luckily, I've been doing pretty good with that, you know, overall. Still not haven't perfected it yet, where I can read people perfectly, or I can stop myself from you know, going in circles and stuff like that with my words and stuff. So a lot of times, if you are at work and you are presenting something, a product that people want to explain, so what you want to do is keep it short and sweet, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Explain your point, you know, do it from the heart, because people can tell if you're projecting, you know, out of the head, out of the reptile part, or you're doing it from the heart, you know, from the heart, and you really want to help them. Everybody wins. They win, you win, the company wins. It's a triple win, right? Trifecta. So you want to hit those home runs where it's like, I genuinely want to save you some money. I genuinely want to help you. I genuinely want to do my job right. I know my shit. I know my product, and I know how to save you money. Another thing I've been using when people want my product, or something I package for them, per se, for pennies, you know. Say for instance, if I'm selling insurance and somebody has a brand new Tesla, they want full coverage insurance for a 2022 Tesla. They want full coverage with high limits, low deductibles or no deductibles, you know, medical pay, uninsured motorist, and extras on there for $80. I tell them straight up, I'm not a magician, you know, I'm not Houdini. Good luck with that, you know, kick rocks and fuck out of here, you know, because you're wasting my time, you're wasting everybody's time. First of all, because I'm not your idiot, you know, I'm not the butt of your joke. I got other people I could be tending to. And second of all, because those people are probably BSing, you know what I mean? They know they're not gonna get a better deal. They know that they're wasting your time, basically. You gotta remember, there's a lot of types of people out here, and they're not like you. You know, most of us don't wake up like, oh, I'm gonna be an asshole today, or let's see whose day I can ruin, you know? That's not even in our mind criteria. You know, it's not in our agenda, you know? Our thing is, okay, you know, thank you, Lord. I want to raise, this is how I wake up. I want to raise the vibration. Thank you for letting me sleep at least 5-6 hours. Nice deep sleep. Lately, I've been dreaming just dumb shit, like me at work, or what else have I been doing? Sometimes I'll dream about my ex. I hate dreaming about my ex because I have nothing to do with her. I'm not even tied with her emotionally or anything like that anymore. I've made my peace. So those are annoying. I just dismiss them. But overall, I've been sleeping. I've been getting rest. So I've been feeling kind of beastie, you know what I mean? Another thing you want to do also, if you do recover from this, or you get a foothold and you can kind of walk on top of this program, you don't want to lose your beastiness, you know what I mean? You still want to push your weight around. You want to keep your voice deep if you're a man, you know what I mean? If you're a woman, you want to be stern in your words and what you say. Let people know that you mean what you say and say what you mean. You want to be intentional. I would definitely cut out sarcasm. A lot of people develop this stupid habit of sarcasm. I can be sarcastic too. I think a lot of us can. I think most people can, but you got to keep in mind that most people, they don't know you're being sarcastic. You know, most people out here, they're in defense mode. You know, they're scared and they're in fear, whether they want to admit it or not. You know what I mean? They're on the defense, man. So they're not playing around. They're not joking around. People aren't joking around. So if you say something, you know, say it from the heart. If you say hi to somebody, say it from the heart. If you say fuck you to somebody, whether it's in your head, in your demeanor, or in other words, and you can say it more eloquently, then do that. You know, don't hold back either. Don't hold back all these resentments and things you want to tell people and things you want to do. You know, if a motherfucker is really pushing your buttons, just cock your hand back and do what you got to do, man. You know, I'm not condoning violence in any way, but sometimes you got to prove a point. You know what I mean? What else did I want to talk about here? Oh yeah, they've been messing with my car. You know, the divine, I told them to kind of let it go. They told me no, they're not going to. They told me that these people are suffering already, first of all, to not feel sorry for them. I'm not sure who it is. I think I have an idea. I went and made a police report. You know, I don't really like talking to the cops and stuff, but man, when it's happening back to back, you know, and it's your car, if you're anything like me, that's my baby, man. That's my fucking horse, you know what I mean? This is my an extension of me, bro. This is what represents us, what takes us from here to there, you know what I mean? Tomorrow I'm taking to a mechanic, for it to get a couple repairs so it can be top notch again. I have something in line for the scratches and the little dents that have been made. So I'm not too worried about that. I know how to get them basically free. So if you stay calm and you tell God and to give you the answers, remember God lives in here. A lot of times the devil wants you to forget that, or doesn't want you to think that. Why? Because he hits you with guilt, with shame, with your carnal self, you know what I mean? Oh, you just dropped a big deuce, whether figuratively or you know, symbolically or whatever, or figuratively or literally. You sweat, you smell right now, you haven't done your laundry, you haven't done this, you're not good enough for the Elohim to live inside of you, for the Holy Spirit to dwell inside your temple. And that's complete 100% BS. I'm telling you that right now. The only person that can evict that is in accordance with the Elohim, a complete traitor type of move, where you are signing some kind of soul contract, whether it be mentally but more physically, or the Holy Spirit deems that you are inadequate and that you are not you're not a good temple, which is rare because the Holy Spirit, the Elohim, they don't make mistakes, you know. But they can leave, you know, on rare occasions. But most guys and us chosen ones, we have the power of the Elohim inside of us, okay? So don't fret, you know. What I was getting with that is that I will seek the answers to my problems, to any kind of issue, any kind of hurdle that may arise in my life. I stay calm, man. I stay calm, and I say, and I start laughing, you know? If my kid, me, and overall everything's okay, I can handle and take on an army of things out here, you know. I can do whatever I set my mind to, and I can handle almost, you know, 10 out of 10 times I'll handle my problems like a boss. And the way you do that, you stay calm. You tell your brain's like a smarter than any supercomputer out here. Remember, you have the mind of the Lord also, even though it's not perfect, and it's littered with sin and selfishness and all that bad stuff. But you do have a renewed mind also in there. And if you can use it, intelligently and wisely, what you do is you stay calm and you tell your mind, hey, I need a solution to this problem. And boom, sure enough, whether it's that same day, that same hour, or days later, or I would say days later is the most that it ever takes me for a solution. It'll come to you. It'll come to you, and you'll be able to solve everything in your life if you stay calm and happy. So what the enemy wants you to do is to worry and to be scared and to talk about your problem over and over and over. and to share your problems, and to make one little problem, one little cup of water into an ocean where sooner or later you're gonna start drowning in this motherfucker, you know? I know people that are like that they get over, they're drama queens, you know what I mean? They're toxic. They'll drown in a little cup of water, you know? They start worrying too much, they lose their sleep. That's all they talk about. It's me. That's a selfish thing also. The fear, the worry, the anxiety, the stress over a problem or something that you have to handle, you know? If you have to handle it, you know what I mean? It happened, you know? If you scratch your car, hey, and you don't like that, then do something about it. Don't fucking sit there and bitch about it, you know what I mean? Don't sit there and bitch about it. Do something about it. Come up with a plan, you know? Talk to somebody smart. Talk to somebody in your circle. You can reach out to me, and we can spitball, you know? We can spitball some thoughts and brainstorm here. And sure enough, something will come to you, you know, some kind of solution. Sometimes the setbacks, well, every time, you gotta remember this, the setbacks are just setups for a blessing in our life. So every time I have a problem or this or that, you know, say for instance, something small, spilt milk, right? It's an opportunity to clean better, you know? When I spill something in my house, I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna clean that up and then wipe over it and make sure that whole area is clean. So it serves a good purpose. And at that point, it's only helping me, you know? That problem became something good, a blessing. You know what I mean? So, especially material things out here, man. You know, if you lose something, you lose your phone, yes, it sucks. If you get into an accident, you get into an argument, or you owe your bill, you lost your job. If you lose your job, it sucks. There's always ways around that too. If you've been working there long enough, you can get unemployment, you know. Reach them through email and they'll reach back. That's the only way they'll reach back, I think. But you know, I don't want to get into that subject. But luckily, I don't have to deal with that, and I have a good career going here. So I've always manifested ways to get money. You know, I've always had enough. I had enough for vices, unfortunately, also. But I don't regret anything in my life, man. I don't regret not even the bad things that happened to me. You know, because they made me the soldier and the war god that I am. You know, nothing and nobody can bring me down except for me. You know, sometimes everything and everything and everyone's against me. You know, it's been like that sometimes, and because I held my own, I held that vibration as high as I could. I held my head up. I believed in myself. I believed in my maker, my creator, and the promises that are in the holy Bible. Then God blesses me, man. God will come back and then sooner or later I'm like laughing about that problem, and everything in my life is perfect, you know. It's not amazing, you know. I'm not Tony Stark. I don't have a mansion in the hills in Malibu, but everything's clean in my house. My bills are paid. I have a little extra money, and I'm at peace, you know. And I'm laughing at the devil, and I'm doing a little dance, and I'm acting goofy, and I'm singing, and I'm rapping, and I'm capping. Yeah, that ugly old bitch, the devil, is capping. What's happening? So when you get these anxiety attacks or whatever, for those suffering emotionally or worrying, do the opposite of that. Go outside, fucking look at the flowers, go for a walk. There's beauty in every corner, no matter how ghetto that corner may be, you know. There's some kind of poetic beauty there. You know, if you hate everything around you, you could be in Dubai, man, and you'll hate your life. You'll hate life. You'll hate, you know. I know this program makes it hard, especially if you just started on it. Took me about 10 years to get the point, you know. Took me around 7.5, 8 years to finally free myself from the bodily chains. The enemy will never stop. It's relentless, especially his retarded kids here. You know, Satan is an old ugly bitch. She's a crybaby, fucking whiny bitch. That's all it is, you know. It's all about me, and why is it going to hell? And these humans, these such imperfect humans, and these things that are so feeble, so naive, and basically nothing compared to what he was or what he is or what he thinks he is, have an opportunity to go to heaven, especially us chosen ones. Chosen ones that have a voice, you know, with our imperfections, our flaws. So what the powers that be also don't like is me talking, you know. When they do put the broadcast on, I'm like, I'm gonna spit some facts. I'm gonna spit some political, spiritual, and societal community facts, you know what I mean? And I start putting them on blast, like, hey, how come our streets are all fucked up? How come this and that isn't up to par? Or how come we don't seem like the envy of the world, you know, because of this and that? And you know, the mind, boom, it'll start just flooding me with all these facts and all these words, you know, for me to share. And they don't like that, you know. They don't like people being like, you know, because the truth will pierce through the bullshit and through the lies. People want to hear truth, you know. And whether they do or not, actually, the truth will always win, you know, because truth is based on love, and love always conquers. Love always wins. I don't care who you are. Another thing too, I've noticed, you know, especially with narcissists and stuff like that, they play this little macho role, you know. They don't cry, they're tough. They're always joking around, you know, little macho jokes. But these, I guarantee you 1,000%, and I bet my soul on this, that these guys, even women that are like this, they're the first ones to cry, you know, when they get drunk by themselves. They're the first ones to play victim, you know, because it's always about them and stuff like that. I know this system and this program can seem like you're the narcissist, but because it's always like, oh, they're doing this to me, this is happening to me, and it's always me, right? So, but you have a right to feel like that, because it is happening to you. But if you turn it around, you'll start manifesting differently. You'll start manifesting. I'll crack open a cold one here. You'll start manifesting good things. And so that they don't want you to know that either, that you have the power to turn this thing around and manifest good things for your life, you know. We have the power to be successful, to be happy, to be at peace, to even manifest love. Somebody that understands us, like kind of like your dream girl, but like a heavenly dream girl, you know. I'm not talking about like the Baywatch girl. I'm talking more inside. They're beautiful and they resonate with you so much. And yes, she will be beautiful outside. I found somebody like that too, and I wasn't even trying. I had given up, you know, on Tinder or this and that, and boom, you know, without trying, without even looking, I found my soulmate. You know what I mean? And it's difficult because she's not. Well, I'll talk about her a little later, you know. But my point is, you can manifest good things, man. You can manifest protection over you. Let them talk. Let them seem like they're outside with, you know, with forks and torches. You know what I mean? But if you go outside, there's nobody out there, except for the mosquitoes and the humidity right now. You know, there's nothing much out there. So it's all a lie. It's all a facade. Listen to your gut. Listen to your mind. I've been having some issues with my immediate family, like my sisters and my father and my mother and stuff like that, where I am not letting them try to control my life anymore or anything about my life. You know, they think that with money and influence and stuff like that, they can decide things on my life, or they can try to push their own agendas over me. That's not going to work anymore, because the peace we have is surpasses all understanding. You know, am I going to strive for the best in my life? Yes, I am. Am I going to strive for the fast cars, the nice house, and be able to get back to my community and be an icon or a beacon in the city? Yes, I am going to strive for that. Why not? You know, the enemy's not going to stop, so why should I? The enemy wants you to cower. The enemy wants you to get in the fetal position, you know, and put your thumb in your mouth and cry mama. You know, your mama don't even care about you like that, you know, because your sister's doing good. So why the fuck are you crying, you know? And it's hard because it's different, you know? You're getting attacked 24/7. But once you start having this peace where you're imposing and pushing your weight around on this matrix, then they back off. Because now you're like a freaking animal, you know? They're like, you know, we can talk crap to this guy all day and we can try to throw darts at him, but ain't nothing gonna stick, and ain't nothing gonna there's nothing gonna affect this person. You know, if anything, they're making you better, they're making you smarter, sharper, even better looking. You know, you can manifest your looks, you can manifest a job, a nice job. You know, a lot of you I know have gotten work mobbing and stuff like that. Go out there and get a certificate of something, you know, to work for the city, to work for as a tech, or as an insurance agent, work for AT&T. You know, you can work from home now, but you got to put in the work. You know, God's not gonna open your laptop up or your phone and do the lessons and the exams for you. You got to put in the work for that, but you know, your effort is going to be magnified. You know, if you do 10% effort, he puts the 90%, because that's the best you could do. You know what I mean? Try to level up on your communication skills. You know, dress better. Stop looking like a slob. Stop talking like an idiot. You know, if you're going to do things like that, do it in your private time. You know, research intelligent things, you know. On your time off, Google intelligent things, man. You know, read a book on how to do this, how to do that. Work on your own car. Stop being afraid of being outside, doing your own oil changes, or adding oil, or changing your own tire. You know, a lot of you are like, oh, there's a car out there that I can have that my mom gave me, but it doesn't have a tire and it needs registration and stuff like that. Bro, God's not gonna go register. He's not gonna wait at the DMV for you. You know, you have to put in the work and go out not expecting bad, dude. Not expecting bad for people. A lot of people out here are suffering. You know, or they have $300,000, $500,000 debt, you know, over their head. And they're not, you know, if they're messing with you, it's only because you're getting annoyed by it. So the more annoyed you get by it, the more scared you are of it, the more you think it's esoteric, the more you think it's what's it called? What's it called when it's like phantoms and ghosts and demons and stuff like that in your house, and shadow people, the supernatural, you know, the more they're gonna do that. You know what I mean? Because what you focus on is what becomes real. What you focus on becomes real, and it gets worse. It'll either get worse or better. It depends on what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on yourself, on your breathing, on meditating, slowing down your mind, your thoughts, you know, stretching. Be careful when you stretch, not to overstretch. Also, you might dislocate your shoulder or whatever joints. I know somebody that even dislocated his hips at one point. He said he used to do karate and martial arts when he was younger, and overstretched his hips, you know, his thighs, his inner thighs and stuff like that, and ended up dislocating his whole leg. So just be careful with that. Don't overdo things. Don't try to impress people out here. Impress yourself. Trust me, if you're happy and you're you think a tiger is out there worried about other animals, he's worried about himself, about his stripes looking good. You know what I mean? So be that fucking animal. Don't be a monkey out here. Monkey, nobody cares about monkeys. Nobody cares about hyenas. Those are pests. Those are nuisances, you know? And another good example with that is that when the tiger's out there, all these animals, the insects, from the insects to the big animals, they're all making noises because a big bad fucking tiger is walking around, you know? So the tiger has to put up with all this noise, all this nonsense. But what does the tiger do? The tiger does what it fucking does, whatever the fuck it wants to, you know? Because ain't nobody gonna tell him otherwise, you know? And he's gonna be smart about it, because if you meet a hippo, you don't want that motherfucker to bite a whole chunk, half of your body off, you know what I mean? So you can avoid certain situations, certain people. You're gonna avoid a fucking anaconda, you know? Anaconda will try to eat a fucking tiger. So be smart out here, man. That's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? And always remember that people aren't like you. They're not nice like you. They're not good like you, and they're not good, and they don't have good intentions like you. You know, neighbors aren't trying to say hi to you. You know, somebody might seem like they're nice, but they may have other intentions. You know, and that's a risk that we have to live with. You know, because we have to, like me, I have to, you know, I have to deal with people. I have to conversate with them and get to know them and stuff like that. But you have the authority, you know, to control situations. First of all, always control a conversation, you know, unless you're calling for service or something like that. You know, your cable went out or your internet's not working. Be patient, you know what I mean? Be patient with those people. But if people are coming up to you, or you're the one that's, you know, that's in control of that space, and you're reigning over that space, then take control over that, over your stance. Stop saying sorry about everything. You know, I hardly ever say sorry, because what the fuck am I supposed to be sorry for making the mistake? I'm like, okay, no, let's move on, and boom, boom, blah, blah, blah. People will cling on to your sorries, and they'll wear them as stripes and notches on their belt. So fuck that. Don't say sorry. Try not to make mistakes, but, you know, unless you mess up big time and you done something or somebody wrong, then yes, apologize, you know. Always apologize. Otherwise, you know, people should understand that you're only human. To some degree and to some extent, and you do make mistakes, you know. But if you apologize over, have you ever met somebody like that? They apologize within a span of 30 seconds. They'll apologize 10 times, and it's like, bro, there's something wrong with this person, you know. They have internal issues. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at, you know. I did go to church earlier. It was nice. The pastor did talk about forgiveness and all that good stuff. You know, I'm at a point where it's like I don't have to ask for forgiveness to my family and stuff like that, because I'm standing my ground, you know, and I'm standing in my truth. So if they want to apologize, good. If not, I could give a rat's ass. And that's that, you know. I mean, I'm not begging or asking anybody for forgiveness. I'm still happy. My vibration is unlimited and high, you know, at all times. for the person that has been, you know, scratching my car. Seems like it's on purpose. I feel sorry for them, you know. A divine angel told me, not told me audibly, but I felt it in my heart, and I kind of visually saw it. They were like, nah, dude, they're on the list, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So another thing too I want to talk to you guys about is that the agenda that I am also pushing with the world agenda, the Antichrist type of agenda, you know what I mean? That can be prolonged and it can be pushed back and delayed. But when they're messing with the chosen ones, and so many people are dying and all these mass shootings are happening, and people are making videos now about being messed with their head, being victims of psychotronic weapons and blah, 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 right?